Hello everyone. Today we're going to be reading Who Would Win? Polar Bear vs. Grizzly Bear by Jerry Pullotta, illustrated by Rob Bolster. During the Arctic winter, polar bears and grizzly bears live far away from each other. But during the summer months, while looking for food, polar bears and grizzly bears sometimes end up in the same location. What would happen if they met each other? What would happen if they had a fight? Who do you think would win? Let's keep reading to find out. This is a polar bear. Polar bears are considered sea mammals. They spend most of their time on the frozen sea. They prefer to live at the edge of the ice pack. They are the largest of all bears. This is a grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are mammals that live on land. You can tell grizzlies by the huge hump at their shoulders. This is a muscle that they use for digging. Sorry, black bear, you're not in this book because you're not as big and ferocious as grizzlies and polar bears. Did you know that while on a hunting trip, President Teddy Roosevelt refused to shoot an old bear? Newspapers teased him, and from then on, cute stuffed toy bears were called teddy bears. Male bears are called boars. Female bears are called sows. Interesting, huh? Forget it, panda. You are a plant eater and are no match for a polar bear or a grizzly. Polar bears have snow-white fur. Their color allows them to blend in with their environment: snow, slush, and ice. Polar bears have black skin, but their fur is white. Back to grizzlies. Grizzlies come in 4 different colors: dark brown, regular brown, reddish brown, and blonde. These colors allow grizzlies to blend in with their environment, such as fallen leaves, dirt, rocks, and trees. Whoa! Polar bears are the largest predatory land animals. They can grow to be 10 feet tall. Here is a kindergartner next to a polar bear. Grizzlies can stand on their hind legs, just like polar bears. A grizzly bear can stand up to about 8 feet tall. This is an adult, and this is a grizzly. A polar bear paw is larger than this book. Polar bears have slightly webbed paws, like oars, which makes them perfect for swimming. This is a grizzly track. A track is a footprint. Their front claws can be 4 inches long. Did you know that while we humans have nails on each of our fingers and toes, bears have claws? Each paw has 5 long, sharp claws. Polar bears are excellent swimmers. They can swim farther than 50 miles at one stretch. Whew! Polar bears mostly eat meat from the ocean, such as walrus, sea lions, and fish. But seals are their favorite food. Grizzly bears are also good swimmers, but they prefer standing in a river to catch fish. If a grizzly stands in the right spot, a migrating salmon might jump right into his mouth. So besides salmon, grizzly eat trout, another type of fish, and apples, berries, honey, just about anything they can get their paws into. Grizzlies have also been known to eat moose, elk, sheep, and clams. Open wide. Polar bears have carnivore teeth. That means canine teeth in front and huge molars in back. Grizzly bears have teeth that are similar to a polar bear's. Grizzlies have such a good sense of smell that they can detect a dead animal from 10 miles away. Wow. A polar bear can run 25 miles per hour. That is faster than a human can run. Polar bears can run down some caribou. What about grizzlies? Grizzlies look slow, but don't be fooled. They can easily outrun a human. They are fast. They can run at 35 miles per hour. A grizzly is fast on land, but a polar bear is probably faster on ice. Knowing these facts, who do you think would win if these two came to fight? Let's keep reading. This is a polar bear skeleton. Did you know all polar bears are left-handed? Are any of you guys left-handed? And here is a grizzly skeleton. Scientists have studied bear DNA and think that the polar bear and grizzly bear are both descended from the same animal and have been adapted to their environments. While polar bears prefer the sea, grizzlies prefer to live on land. Only an expert osteologist, a bone scientist, can tell their bones apart. Polar bears are solitary animals. They rarely fight each other and mostly stay away from each other. Grizzlies are also solitary animals, but groups of grizzlies sometimes fish together during a salmon migration. Here are some funny polar bear stories. A U.S. Navy nuclear sub surfaced in the Arctic ice, only to find a few polar bears snooping around. Do you guys think they were curious? I think they were. Sometimes polar bears take naps in the funniest locations. What is that polar bear thinking about? Is he thinking about seals? A famous nature photographer waited for days to get a good picture of a polar bear. He was eating his lunch in his pickup truck one day when he saw a big surprise in his rearview mirror. Here are some funny grizzly bear stories. Using a cheeseburger, a tourist lured a grizzly bear into his car. The foolish man wanted to get a nice picture of the bear sitting with his wife. The woman screamed, and the confused bear ran away. I don't suggest that you guys do that. If you see a grizzly, don't lure it with a cheeseburger. Okay, what would happen if they met each other? It's summer. A polar bear steps off the ice onto a beach. A grizzly bear comes out of the woods. They see each other. They can smell each other. Both bears stand to get a better look. Then it happens. The grizzly charges at the polar bear, growling and showing his teeth. The polar bear crouches down, paws up, ready for battle. Running at full speed, the grizzly knocks over the polar bear. The polar bear gets right up and fights back. Whap! He smacks the grizzly in the face. Ouch! They claw, scratch, and bite. It's a nasty fight. They wrestle each other, trying to get the advantage. They roll around and both bears get dirty from the sand and mud. Who do you guys think is going to win? The grizzly is relentless. It keeps on fighting. Suddenly, the polar bear sees no point in fighting anymore. There is no reason to fight to the death. The polar bear runs away. The grizzly wins. But now he is sore and tired. He hopes he never runs into a polar bear ever again. These two bears are so similar. Next time, the outcome could be quite different. The end.